All right guys, so bulking season is right around the corner. So I have a few supplements that I think are essential for any bulk. So when you're going into a bulk, there's a few supplements you'll want to be looking into and investing. And since Black Friday is right around the corner, this is an awesome time to pick up supplements and protein and pretty much everything on a great deal. So protein first is pretty much gonna be a staple for anyone that's trying to gain or lose weight. Pretty much above all, you wanna make sure you're hitting proper protein intake daily. So depending on your weight, that's where you can gauge how much protein you should be consuming. So say you're around 150 pounds, you should be consuming 1 gram of protein per lean pound of muscle mass. So that could be between 120 grams of protein, 130, 140. Honestly, if I weigh 180, I'm gonna eat 180 grams of protein just to make sure I'm always hitting that number, and going a little over can't hurt you. So proteins like the whey is pretty much an all-around good standard protein to take. It has very little carbs. It does have some carbs. I think it's 6 grams of carbs. Pretty sure it's like 2.5 grams of fat per serving and 25 grams of protein. The whey isolate has 0 fat, I think less than 1 gram of carb, and it might be 20 grams of protein. So pretty much protein is gonna be flying off the shelves right now at MyProtein. Because of Black Friday, absolutely crazy. Now, weight gainers are also not necessary, but is a good option if you want to get a lot of carbs and a lot of calories and a lot of protein into your shakes. Weight gainers aren't really necessary, and I don't always take them just because I can always use other things around the house to add to my shakes. But weight gainers are also extremely convenient, and they're great sources of nutrition and micronutrients and macronutrients. Maybe 2 scoops of that with a scoop of whey, and you'd have a very good happy medium of carbs, protein, and not too much fat if you're looking into a lean bulk. No matter what, the standard besides protein is creatine. I would always say use creatine. 5 grams a day, it's okay for any age. There's no negative health effects. As long as you're drinking the average amount of water daily, there's literally nothing that creatine can do wrong to you. So basically what it does, to simplify, is that helps your muscles retain water so that you have more endurance for working sets. So typically, if you are able to push out, say, 225 for 8 or 9, you might be able to get an extra rep or 2 if you're using creatine consistently and correctly, which is just 5 grams a day. You don't need to load it, just start taking it normally. So obviously, besides protein and creatine, there's fish oils and multivitamins, and pretty much those are for overall health and wellness. So fish oil contains EPA and DHA. So EPA and DHA can lead to less muscle breakdown as well as improving muscle growth. So supplements like that have those possible effects, honestly, I would recommend throwing into your regimen daily. So getting sufficient amount of vitamin D can help improve overall bone density and teeth health, as well as prevent some diseases. You're gonna be training for a long time, you're gonna be using a lot of heavy weight, and the last thing you want is weak bones. Now, multivitamins aren't a replacement for a proper diet and getting your proper microbes in through actual whole foods. But what multivitamins will do is pretty much cover your bases. So if you're consuming a well-rounded diet and you're supplementing multivitamins in as well, you're pretty much gonna be covering all your bases on all your vitamin needs, and that's just something good for overall health, so you function properly and you can perform your best in training or at work or just focusing mentally. But when you're consuming proper micronutrients and you're healthy in a sense, there's a big difference with training and overall life and cognitive focus. Another thing would be a carb powder or a maltodextrin. You could use like grounded up oats and throw them into shakes, but I find it's a little too granulated and it's kind of like rough, so it's kind of uncomfortable drinking. I use maltodextrin because it's a filler starch. It's pretty much carb dense, and you can get quick carbs fast before any kind of workout. Like, pretty much used for a good pre-workout protein shake, say an hour or 2 before. Consuming enough carbs during your bulk is going to be a make or break in how full and how strong you feel. Because you're able to consume a crap ton of carbs, you're going to put on a little more weight, a little more water weight as well, but your energy and your endurance is going to be through the roof. So I feel like I've pretty much covered most of the bases on my essential bulking supplementation. If you are looking into getting any of this stuff, MyProtein's Black Friday sale is going on right now. The whole site is off 33%, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be changing as the days go by. So by the time this video is released, we're probably going to be 3 days into the sale, maybe 2. Number one, if you don't have a lot of money and you really don't want to spend a lot on supplements, great time to pick some stuff up. You're gonna get 2 bags of protein for the price of 1. Everything's 33% off. And my final suggestions, what I would say, if you could only get 2 supplements, I would say go with a protein, go with a creatine, because those will always and should always be a staple. Pretty sure My Protein's having a 50% off clothing, so if you like these tops or these pants, these joggers are honestly nice as hell. I've had them for like a year now, and they have not ripped, torn. They've pretty much stayed comfortable. I love wearing them on my squat and deadlift days to help protect my shins. All right, guys, so make sure you're properly supplementing, using fish oil, using multivitamins, using creatine or protein. Above all, creatine and protein will improve your performance, hands down. Protein is so easy to consume and it's highly bioavailable, so your body's gonna digest it very easily. Creatine is pretty much a staple with anyone that's training, no matter what you're doing. Creatine is pretty much one of the only proven supplements to actually have results in lab studies, peer-reviewed. So creatine, highly suggested. Protein, highly suggested for the conveniency. It's nice to have weight gainers because it's easy carbs, easy protein just in scoops. Multivitamins and fish oils, not extremely necessary, but it does help. And anything little, if you want to improve, if you want to give yourself the best, most optimal position in gaining muscle, getting stronger, building your physique, it's smart to have a well-rounded supplement regimen. But none of this is necessary. Supplements are never necessary. You can get all of your supplementation, all your micros and your macros from Whole Foods. But if you have the money and you want a little more convenience in your life when you're going through all this hard work of training and dieting and making sure your diet and your training regimen's on point, this would definitely make your life a lot easier. Go check out My Protein's website. They have a ton of stuff going on right now, ton of sales, and it's only gonna get cheaper and cheaper. So just keep your eye on My Proteins. Shit's gonna be selling quick. So I'm pretty sure I covered all the bases here. I don't think I have much more to say. Also, my program has a ton of nutritional information as well as training information. It's not even a program, it's a guide. It's a full-on 15 or 16 page guide on training. Pretty much everything you need to know on how to bulk, cut, maintain, how to grow your physique, how to get stronger, how to become more aesthetic. It's all in the program, and it's 30% off right now because of Black Friday. So you can go check that out as well. I promise you, you will not regret it. There's pretty much no program out there that you can get for that price and provide that much information. So guys, I think this is going to be the end of the video haul for supplementation and bulking needs. If you have any other questions, you feel like I missed something, please let me know. I will respond in the comment section, and happy bulking.